and it's almost like a rainbow came and the wind switched offshore for like that brief one wave.
Yeah.
I go, and I can hear them all screaming. They're going, "You gotta go, you gotta go." And I take off and I grab rail and I got stuck high. And I went over the lip and it was the most perfect wave of the whole macaroni's time. And it spits out the end and everything. And this is the older one. We've had that 20 years. Gosh, we've done natural arts, Bushman's. I've done some Arakawas. Done pretty much everybody's. You know, at some time we've run through that machine. Actually, that was all Eric and Evan's Clark. Those are all Clark foams. There's probably 60 up there, all ultralights. I weigh all the boards, and I weigh the boards they get from other guys, and we're still right in the same weight. We're within an ounce. We might be an ounce lighter. We might be an ounce heavier, but I don't know. I don't think there's as much because our resin's so thin here. I mean, it's hot. We're laminating. My room in there, the coolest I can get is 85 degrees. 1980, I had to fly over to Fort Lauderdale because I was on the Olympic team for the Bahamas for swimming. And I couldn't get in the colleges over here with the scholarships unless I finished 2 years of high school in the United States. So I went to Fort Lauderdale and stayed 2 years down there. And one of the guys that was on that team, we were training out of the Hall of Fame there, and he surfed, and he took me surfing one day, and I surfed and I was done. I came up here and I went to 2 years. I had scholarships at a bunch of the major universities, and I kept looking, they're not close enough to the beach. So I kept going, I'm not going if they're not close to the beach. And I ended up walking on DBCC, and the guy goes, "Can you swim?" And I go, "All right, I'll try out." And it ended up being there's 4 or 5 of us that were all on Olympic teams from like Peru and all these places. And we were all, and everybody surfed. And we all just, we swam, but we surfed as much as we swam. And then I just ended up going right into surfboards and throwing it all away. I lived in the Bahamas in the 70s, 60s and 70s, and they had a bunch of boats, but I remember the last boat he had was Orion. And we were sitting there, and I was working for another surfboard company, and I was gonna come out with my own brand, and we couldn't pick a name. So a bunch of us that were riding my boards sat around one night and threw a bunch of names in, and I just threw Orion in, and it seemed to come to that name at the end of the night. So I just went with that, and ever since had it. Yeah, I did the ESA, and then I went and did, I did that, you know, when they started I think there was a tour before the ASP over here. And then I did that whole ASP East tour, which, you know, went to Panama, Costa Rica, I think, Puerto Rico and all that. And I did that for, I don't know, probably like 7, 8 years. You know, I had both Eric and Evan, and I just had to get more serious. And so I kind of dug more into the surfboards. Evan's just, he'll ride it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But Eric is going to be in here, and what should take me like an hour to do will be in here 4 hours. You know, and he pushes me, and he keeps me super current, and that's what I like, because I think a lot of the East Coast guys, we don't get to see what's going on out there as much. And with Eric, you know, he'll bring something in and go, "I really like this. Feels good, but." There's always a but. No board's ever perfect for him, no matter who shapes it. I try to make him see, okay, how much work goes into one. It's not just put it in a toaster and it pops out, you know. But Eric's got potential if he put his head to it. I mean, we've done a few twin fins and stuff like that, and he's ridden them, and you know, they need a little bit of work here and there, but for the most part, yeah, he seems to enjoy it. I put him in the far room down there and just let him go. We have gotten some good boards though with him here. The more he puts in, if Evan did the same, you know, you just dial it. You know, I mean, whether we agree or not, at the end we'd come out with something that works. So that's all that's important.